Today I'm going to talk about an unusual subject of transforming our reality, and this has to do with the way that we see our reality and we perceive it visually and energetically. Every day when we wake up, we see our reality in a certain way. We see the people in our life, we see the people in the street, we see the buildings, we see the transport, we see the houses, and so on and so forth. But really, is reality really that way, or is it the project of our imagination? This question has been fascinating me for a while, and I've been investigating it mainly through my own curiosity and my own observation. Sometimes it feels to me that this whole thing that we see around us is an illusion, and it is just a product of our imagination. Perhaps somewhere there exists a certain energy in the universe. So let's say that there is this energy somewhere, and it's just one big energy. It may contain different types of vibration there, you know, more dense vibrations, lighter vibrations, loving vibrations, fun vibrations, and so on and so forth. But the world as we know it, the planet Earth, for example, the dimension that we're in, so we're here, for example, right now, and this big energy is projecting certain frequencies into the reality that we are in right now. So we are here, we're here, but really we're interacting with this, with the energy world, with the energy realm. And it is projecting, for example, different people in our life, it's projecting different buildings, the houses, it's projecting the trees that grow around us, all sorts of images that we see every day. But ultimately, is this real? Is this really what we see? So if we imagine things, for example, differently, if we connect to this initial field of energy that exists everywhere, and then we start believing different things and seeing it differently, will this change? Will the person in our life, for example, change to another person or to another type of character? Will we attract a different type of energy? Will the buildings look different? Will the trees have a different energy? And so on and so forth. So maybe the reason that we see the trees as they are, the people as they are, is only because our consciousness is used to seeing them this way. Maybe somewhere early in our life we formed these pictures and these images, and by repetition and by getting used to it and already forming that kind of a channel, this particular channel between the energy world and between our reality, you personally as a person invented this way. Possible, I'm not saying this is the ultimate truth, but sometimes it makes me wonder, am I just creating this whole thing? Is it like a dream? Am I part of the dream? And did I decide that this person is going to look like this person? Is it my imagination? So this is what I like thinking about. And yesterday I was on a train and something interesting came to me. I was just looking at people around me and observing them. And you know how you are sometimes in public transport, in a public place, and you pick up lots of different energies from people, a lot. Sometimes it's too much. You feel this, you feel that, you feel somebody's annoyed, you feel somebody's agitated, you feel somebody's laughing, somebody's happy, somebody's in love. This is a lot of information, and particularly for sensitive people, for anybody, but for a person who has open energy and who perceives a lot, this can be overwhelming. So I was just connecting to the energy world yesterday, and I was thinking, okay, how can I perceive it differently? How can I perceive this picture? Okay, I'm in this picture, I'm creating this picture for some reason, I'm interacting with this picture, this is my dream. What can I do to improve this dream? What can I do to make this energy different, maybe higher, maybe more pleasant, maybe more comfortable? Okay, anything that you wish for. So a certain exercise, like some sort of a visual energy exercise came to me, and I would like to share it with you. So let's imagine that you're on a train, on a bus, in a public place. You know, sometimes we have some time to spend while we're going somewhere, and sometimes we spend it listening to music, thinking, reading, just looking around. But this space, this time that we have, is a very valuable time that we can use to improve, for example, our abilities, to train our powers, to try and change the perspective, how we look at the universe, how we look at our reality. Maybe something else will occur to us, something of a higher realm, of higher thinking. So this is what I can suggest as something to practice. So imagine that you are in a public place and you see lots of people around you. So there are people there, there are people there, people there, and there. And these are the people that are around you in a public place. And each one of these people is emanating some sort of energy. You can perceive this energy, you can feel it. So one person, for example, may have like a nice, joyful vibes here. At the same time, the same person may have a little bit of agitation, a little bit of that kind of energy. So it's a mixture of energies, right? Then another person may have, for example, like a loving frequency goes here, and maybe like a nice balancing energy coming into the earth. The third person may have some sort of an energy of fear on one side of the aura, you can perceive it, and maybe some energy of love somewhere else. We're all mixtures of energy. So this way you can look at every person, you can feel like a little bit of a mixture of things. This is why it's interesting when you look at people like that, because you realize that the person is actually not a person, it's an energy. It's a sort of a collaboration of energies, and there would be some prominent energy in that person, there will be some background energy, but ultimately this is like a source of energy projected into a being that we perceive as a person. For some reason we perceive it as a person with two hands, with two eyes, with hair and things like that. But what is behind it? What is behind every person that we see? So for example, you pick up these frequencies, let's say. And now what we're going to imagine that every person that we see is not a person, but it is like a wheel of a roulette, like that. So essentially you're looking almost like it's a circular energy, like a pie of energy, and I will explain in a moment what it means. Now we're looking at each person as a wheel of a roulette, so something like that, with different sections. Within each section there will be some sort of an energy that this person has. For example, one person may have here like a angry energy, for example. He may also have this energy, happy energy. He may also have, for example, this energy, uplifting, joyful energy. He may also have, for example, this energy, doubtful energy, low energy, and so on and so forth. So in this exercise you don't really have to decipher all the energies, so you don't need to think too much about each part of that wheel, but you just imagine visually, just kind of feel them as that wheel of the roulette and feel those predominant energies that they have without thinking too much about it. So you look at everybody a little bit like this, and then you're beginning to feel what is the best energy in every person that you see around you. Just perceive it, just feel it. You don't have to go very deep in this exercise, it's just a general vibe that you pick up. For example, one person may have a very nice, joyful frequency, a little bit like somebody who likes to make jokes, somebody who likes to have a laugh, somebody very happy, and that would be that happy frequency. Let's say that's the orange color. Let's say another person, his orange color, his best energy will be loving energy, and you will feel it as well about this person. Such a nice, warm person, so nice to be around them. They've got this element in them. Let's say the third person will have a strength, and that strength comes through as his best energy, as his most amazing energy. So that's that orange that you're picking up from this third person, and so on and so forth. So everybody around you will have a predominant nice energy about them, and this is what we're going to do. And now we're going to spin the wheel. So now we have spinned all the wheels in a way that our predominant energy and predominant color becomes orange, which means that we've moved the wheels so that we focus only on the positive energy of each person. And this is the beautiful orange energy. So in a way, you are perceiving the reality as these wheels around you, and you move each one of them so that orange energy really stands out. And here it is, orange energy. Very, very, very nice. Orange energy. We've moved the wheels. So now all that you focus on is the positive energy. So we're only left now with the orange bits of the roulette. The other ones are gone. You're not focusing on them. It's almost like they don't exist. You take them away of your consciousness, and it's almost like you only see those orange aspects, the best parts of the roulette. And what happens when you do that? Then these orange aspects do become more prominent in your reality. It's almost like they begin to combine, to link to each other. They recognize each other. They say, oh, she noticed me, for example. Look, I'm being noticed, I'm being observed. The energy that we notice, the energy that we interact with, becomes the predominant in our life, because it's the way that the energy works, right? So when we stir something, when we work with something, we move something, it begins to respond. The same way, this orange energy becomes activated and very happy, and it does come into the front of our reality. So in the end of it, we have like a grid forming around us made of a very nice energy. The energy of other people, but we perceive it as the best possible frequency. This exercise is very interesting. I do recommend that you try it. It may not come to you immediately, of course. When we travel, when we are outside in the street, we have all sorts of thoughts and distractions. It may take a while for you to get into it, but just think of the roulette and think of every person as if you don't look at the person. You see the person, but as if you don't pay attention to any details, to the clothes, to anything that stands out and distracts your attention. Instead, you imagine this wheel of energy. You imagine different energies that they have. You focus on what's the best about them, and you make it go forward and make it be prominent. And the same thing you do psychically about everybody who is around you. It's a game, it's an exercise, right? You don't have to do it all the time, but I think on a train or somewhere where you have fixed people for some time, this is the best, because it will be too much work if you do it in the street, maybe. But if you're on a train, you already know, this person has love, I can feel the love. Ooh, this person has kindness, this person has joy. Then you make them prominent, you join them together, and you vibe in that energy. You become that energy, and you begin to believe that this is your reality, this is the real vibration. So I hope that you enjoyed this exercise and this explanation. The world of energy is beautiful, it's fascinating. We can find so many useful things in it, and the best way to work with energy is just to practice and also to observe. Observation is the key. Use every special moment of your life, anytime, to do something useful like that, something that can bring you more powers, more vision. So, it's always easy to subdue to distractions. That's what the world is full of at the moment, but you're better than that, you're higher than that. You can think of other things, you can think of energy, and then you will grow every moment from it. You will grow, you will expand, you will get more things, and then it will all make sense. It will all fall into one big understanding of the universe and the way that it works. So thank you very much, and enjoy exploring the world of energy.